this will go on to face Diao in winners finals and secure a top 3 finish. Well, unfortunately, in the losers bracket, things will not be as simple. So it looks like for the most part, both players are raring to go. We can see already quite a hefty speed in both Fort and Firestorm. Cool, FS, oh boy. Okay, had to take a little bit of a early break, unfortunately, and covered up the well during the down stack, and Fort able to launch Surge. One of the benefits of having Surge ready at just any skimmed line usually means it's ready at a moment's notice. Oh no, and the upstack from Firestorm immediately punished by a pretty strong spike from Fort, and that's a very quick 2 games. Alright, and Firestorm doing the TKI pause, making sure to accept just a little bit of garbage before continuing through.
The signature delay TKI.
I think of a lot of people that chose to proceed with that. I think Firestorm found the most success, at least for the duration of Season 1. But at the moment right now, Fort is 3-0. Alright, and Firestorm going with Stick Spin. Fort right now, I think reliable TKI into the STSD.
And Firestorm getting these all spins ready, sending a nice. That's actually a really well-timed surge. Keeping FORTISSIM at the top. FORTISSIM, I mean, doing some cheese race here to get back down.
And I love those all spins that Firestorm's been using to keep things, or at least keep that back-to-back surge going high without spiking Fort and sending a lot of clean their way. Oh, and beautiful!
And look at that! Oh, look at that! That was a beautiful.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was really well done. That was beautiful.
Just T-spin single quad into the T-spin double, and it looks like we're going to be we're having MKO versus BT Cannon. Fort goes for a bail in bag 3, in favor of going for the all golds. In the meantime, looks like both players now resorting to good old infinite down stack for the time being. A lot of cheese for both, but things are starting to clean up as we see some larger attacks.
It really is interesting to see the games, or like the strategy kind of flow from one thing to another as people fully realize the new formula of Season 2. I say new, but it's approaching a year old, actually, isn't it?
Well, I guess approaching a year is a little generous, but it's.
I'm stretching it out a little bit too much, but like it's been around for quite some time now.
I was gonna say, so it's been I think over half a year.
Because it came out in what, like June, July-ish?
It was like July. Oh boy, Fort with the
Oh yeah, about 8 months.
Fort's going for something sweet for the setup. The down.
Yeah, but Firestorm has really aggressive right now.
Okay.
Look at that.
I was gonna say Fort was
had a versus score advantage of like 30 right at the end there.
Yeah, usually when versus score swings that dramatically, that can be a very strong shift in momentum.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a shift in momentum and like kind of the end of the round.
All right, and Firestorm decides to tank a little bit early. It's gonna be breaking back to back.
You never want the pendulum to swing that crazy. Case in point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the very strong down stack from Fort with a very nice spike keeps that lead to 2 games.
Yeah. Doesn't have to worry about the non-existent golden point we have.
That is true. There is no golden point, so that's not ideally going to be.
Yeah, no deuces, no deuces. We're not extending this any longer than it should.
All right, and Firestorm having to break Surge a little bit early, but does have the double eyepiece for some nice efficiency. And Fort right now playing basically as as good as possible. Already at that 1 attack per piece. And oh my goodness, very nice skims. We are setting up so many different all spins. The creativity from Fort equals a lot of damage.
FORTISSIM was doing, FIRESTORM was doing a great F names right now. Like, jeez.
There's
But FIRESTORM was doing a really good job with the down stack. Oh, jeez.
All right, and Fort has now worked over to a center well. Going to be trying to get a clean transition over through to some garbage. FIRESTORM awaiting the garbage to come in to find out where that clean transition. I can speak. Okay.
Clutch clear, double clutch clear, triple. There was a triple clutch.
The O missed drop. It needed 1 extra rotation, and Fort would have had the survivable outcome. But unfortunately,
I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen the double or triple clutch text. I didn't even know that was a thing. No, I don't.
It goes very far. If you want to play Last Stand, that can go plus like 8 or 9. I think as the longest I've seen it go.
That's crazy. That's really funny.
Yeah, so for those looking to have fun with clutch clears, go to Last Stand, make a 4-wide, accept way too much garbage, and profit.
Well, clutch clears don't give you bonus, does it? You still have to kind of like stack for your life.
No, but you get to, like, here, like the clutch clears get to add up because everything is a clutch clear when you're on line 35. Alright, in the meantime, FIRESTORM playing that 1 APP for the moment. Fort trying to do some spins to keep up that pressure, but is falling a little bit behind, but still the board is looking pretty good, all things considered. We do have that sidewell. Not a lot of eyepieces in queue, but we are getting around to them in time. And Fort sets up the Kaiden to aid with that extra pressure in time. And FIRESTORM able to get a nice down stack to counteract.
Ooh, FORTISSIM with a bit of a misdrop, though.
Oh, and FIRESTORM answers with another misdrop as well. Oh, needs to burn an eyepiece, and that's going to be a fatal decision.
Scary stuff. Can't exactly deal with it in a proper sense, especially at that height.
All right, and Fort is going for BT into C-spin. Does not look for the loop at the end, but keeps back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's worth it in this position.
Well, again, with the way all clears have been made slightly worse for Season 2, especially like the mid-game all clears are generally not as strong. It's usually better to find some sort of continuation. And looks like Fort's been going to have to work with a side well, but manages to get some really strong offense out of it. And but FIRESTORM right now has the center well. He's using it to great effect with a 23 spike, and that's going to be around a FIRESTORM. Alright, and we are having a stick spin versus SDPC. Fort does go for the all clear and the PC looping this time around.
Yeah, that garbage is going to quickly break that loop. Oh, wow. Yeah, and that's just going to throw a wrench in everyone's plan.
Yeah, 1 misdrop is all it took for that round.
Yeah, and FIRESTORM now 1 game behind, looking to tie this up real soon.
Alright, and a little misdrop there, I think, from FIRESTORM. The all spins are still here, fortunately. And Fort as well is also looking for that all spin brain. Where else to add to that back-to-back counter and get the hopefully the game-winning spike to be emphasized even more so. Yeah, 19 back-to-back right now for Fort. Fort decides to go for it, and you can see it was beautifully timed, forced a lot of compromises for FIRESTORM's board, but the outs are there in time, and FIRESTORM able to survive the 19 surge without a back-to-back to their name. Oh. Alright, and okay, FIRESTORM maintaining such good efficiency, finding a lot of these all spins.
Ooh, FORTISSIM finding a nice little spike there.
Oh, the surge is coming in.
Oh, but FIRESTORM with a huge stir. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, and Fort just barely able to survive with the eyepieces just in the nick of time.
Yeah, the stars were aligned for FORTISSIM there. You can see FORTISSIM is playing like a good bit faster here. But FIRESTORM, you know, able to keep it up with just, you know, good efficiency, good attack.
Well, this is a really cheesed up board for FORTISSIM, and not a lot of eyepieces to skim through.
And FIRESTORM just keeping that back-to-back going.
What?
And that's gonna be
spins. Okay.
Crazy stuff from FIRESTORM that round. My goodness. Really taking their time with it, and
the ability as well to make sure that that board was incredibly cheesy for Fort. That is not something that happens lightly. That is something that has to be meticulously planned out. And FIRESTORM is doing such a great job of making sure these attacks are hitting hard once they're sent. And again, look at Fort is cheesed up once again, has a little bit of clean here and there in between some of these rounds, but for the most part, the color clear from FIRESTORM to keep up with the pressure. Nope, looking to add to that back-to-back. Will snap at 9, and the dig options for Fort unfortunately come up short with the O piece in the center, and FIRESTORM now takes the lead, 7-6. We have, I think, C-Spin versus BT Cannon in this instance. Fort is going for the all-clear in this case, and I get... sets up the D-Spin, but has a misdrop on the first T-Spin, and FIRESTORM picks up yet another win.
Yeah, really coming around here, taking the advantage and then running away with the lead.
All right, Fort going
kind of like saving all your stamina and then immediately just running past.
All right, well, let's see again. As we've mentioned before, Fort is a very dynamic player, so you know, with the way the sets can go, we could see a very quick 3 games to either player within about 45 seconds. All right, Fort able to get the dono, has to make some compromises on this stack. There's no surge.
30.
Oh, Fort with up, though. That's going to cause a surge break, but it's going to be at a wonderful time, and that T-piece just barely cuts on the board.
FIRESTORM's doing a phenomenal job here of, you know, coming back, really.
Yep, and then reliable TKI into STSD, I think, from Fort.
FIRESTORM with a delayed TKI there. Both players have a surge at the ready, but FIRESTORM's going to break it first.
Ooh, does get pushed up quite high, but the garbage is quite clean underneath.
Yeah, things are looking okay for FIRESTORM at the moment.
Alright, Fort setting up the STSD, manages to clear it out in time. Setting up for an ice spin, unfortunately, but the overhang is not going to be completed. And that is a very strong shift in momentum for FIRESTORM. We've seen a lot of very quick rounds to FIRESTORM. And Fort is going to really need to lock in and get 5 straight in order to continue through into winners finals.
Whoa, that T-spin from FS.
Oh my goodness, and Fort going for the Finn while on match points. Builds a little bit too hastily, and I think that greed is going to do FORTISSIM in as FIRESTORM takes up the win 11-6.
Yeah, FIRESTORM really bounced back at the end of that. My goodness.
It was looking just about even, and as soon as FIRESTORM took the lead, it just ran away with the set.